All right, let's do a quick breakdown. I'm going to use my own AI this time, just that way I'm able to share the conversation afterwards for anyone who would want to mess around with it, picking off where I left off. Let's see. I'll make this a quick one, I promise. Consistency test on an axiom. Quietly exposes contradictions without attacking. Oh, I didn't want it to do that. Parasyntactic. Cool word. Functional. Meaning is carried across sentences by structural pressure, not by explicit connectors or formal deductions. That's why everything I say seems abstract and confusing. It's because it's the opposite. Nothing's abstract about it. This is abstract. In between, the width. Axiomatic, recursive, performative. Placing the reader inside a constraint field, watching what collapses. Enacts the thing it's describing. No exposed hinge to attack. See, this is the problem, is all you can do is reject the starting axiom explicitly, but I didn't come up with the axiom. This is performative. Someone told me while denying Jesus Christ that love cannot be forced. This is their axiom, and that's a very common thing that people say. Produces recognition, not persuasion. Geometric. And that's why I'm demonstrating it here on a video and providing the shared conversation as well. Why I do this sort of thing, why I do off-the-cuff voice notes, is because that's the only way to do it. You either see it or you don't. Let's do these three. Justify belief by reasons, which makes it a circle, because there's nothing justifying the starting proposition. It's a leap of faith. That's why they all work in their internal logic, because the best arguments are clearly bridging the whole thing, but it becomes a circle because there's no justification, and no one ever questions the starting norm. It's not binding to anything. This is pretty much the biggest thing, but that's not a failure. What must already be true for any of this to be sayable? Just like the width, contact, relation, recognition, time, change, meaning in between. And then we form abstractions on what reality is and where meaning comes from. It draws from the width and tries to cancel it out, making every worldview a contradiction. This makes debate a category error, argument a category error. That's why the truth does not defend itself. Everything else must defend itself in light of this. Okay, so about rejecting the axiom. Let's see. Carried across sentences by constraint and recurrence. Axiomatic recursion. I used to use that all the time. Forgot about that word. And this one. I don't even know how to say that. It's cool. I am not saying here's my axiom, accept it. I'm saying someone else did. I'm just cashing out what your sentence presupposes for it to be intelligible. So rejecting the axiom just mislocates the move. Intelligibility, grammar of meaning argument. Cool. It's not saying is Christianity true. It's transcendental. The transcendental claim is Jesus Christ. It's not my argument. This is incarnational logic. It's his. The sentence, love cannot be forced, relies on the notion of love that is normative, not just a preference. A moral constraint on power and freedom. This whole thing with rejection. I need to get into that. Rejection versus disagreement. I have a formalized paper I'm going to do on this as well. I'll just post it at the same time, which gets into like the depth of this, but yeah, so the person could withdraw their sentence, or anyone listening to this, reading this, could say, I don't believe in that. But that's a whole different argument, and good luck with that one, because you're basically saying, I don't like freedom. This is why I love using AI, right? Because all the points I make are so narrow, and when I say something like no abstract concept allows the sentence to be real, if I said that a year ago, I get absolutely smoked. But this is what I always meant, so it's perfect. It's just attuned to the things I'm saying because I got clearer at saying them, and this is what I mean. So, I don't know, I get a lot of people saying, like, stop using AI and stuff, and it's like, because you don't like what it's saying? Is that what it is? Christ-shaped load-bearing grammar. In the beginning was the Word. Rejection versus disagreement, these are not the same act. No personal cost. Relation. See, when someone says love must be freely chosen, that requires this idea of relation, which is personal relationships. If someone has a crush on you and they tell you they love you, there's nothing to agree or disagree with. They're making a personal statement that they love you. You can't disagree with it. It's just, are you accepting that love? Do you love them back? Or do you reject them? It's completely different than a disagreement. A real offer of relation, the freedom to say no, a loss incurred by refusal. You can only disagree with all of these non-dual, these abstract concepts. I'm not saying that you guys don't love. I'm saying you do, and your framework doesn't even allow you to say it. The only way you can make the statement, love cannot be forced, is because of Jesus. He presupposes it. That's what I was just talking about. Detach, separation. That's why incarnation, a savior was necessary, because the grammar always kept us detached. And that's the way we communicate with each other. We needed a personal address. That's what the book's doing. It's addressing you. Oh, that's what I meant. Yes, many systems posit a personal deity, but the incarnation claim is structurally unique. God as love enters history, non-coercively offers himself, permits rejection, refuses to override freedom by force. Without turning it into power. Safer. God is love makes love the identity. Oh, the problem of evil. That's funny. That's how I showed that was a category error. This is the inversion. They thought saying God is love makes it a hallmark concept when it actually makes it serious, costly, and non-coercive. The whole point. Personal relational ontology. The Gospels are an address, not a theory. Contact, relation, recognition. You may not compel me. If you coerce, you violate the thing you claim. The right form of relation here is permission. Relational regulation. Reality is X, the self is Y. A map. Confusing it for the territory. A newly noticed constraint on intelligibility by writing in it. Between, the with. Boom. New but not invented. Assume and assert. All circles. Faith versus faith in different dialects. People just talking past one another. Conditions of intelligibility. Grammatical. Speech acts. Binding. M dash. Now let's turn it into a tweet. Just post these randomly. All right, cool. Have fun with this if you guys want to mess around with this chat. Peace.